What's your roundabout sales of for your accounts combined?
It's more than $100,000 per month, Australian dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the
And
sales are coming
Hey
from
guys, Jack here again. Just really quickly before we get into the interview, if you haven't seen my last interview with Athar, please check it out. I'll leave the link somewhere around here. This is a follow-up interview 2 years later, okay? When I first did my first interview with him, he had basically just become successful on Amazon selling full-time. And now this is an update video 2 years later. He is a beast of a seller. Also selling here in the Aussie market, so please check out the whole entirety of this video. You will learn a lot. He is selling huge amounts on Amazon, and you're going to learn a lot. Okay, and just before you get into the rest of this interview, if you are interested in learning about Amazon, selling on Amazon yourself, please check out Ecom Educate. Okay, I've been teaching people just like Athar how to do this on Amazon, especially Aussies here in Australia. ecomeducate.com. Please check it out. It's the first link down below. But apart from that, enjoy the interview.
I want to welcome everyone just back to the channel, and this is I'd say a very heavily requested video because as of a couple of years ago now, I think it's about a bit over 2 years ago now, we had one of our very own students, but now sellers, Athar, we had him on for an interview a couple of years ago, and he had quite some success with his Amazon selling, and I think it's a good idea to just get him back on. And I wanted to just do a follow-up with you, Athar, and just really sort of ask a few questions about your experiences in selling. And obviously a lot of people out there are going to want to know like sales numbers and things like that, which we'll get into a little bit. I don't like just putting sales numbers in front of people to sort of mislead them in a sense, because some of the sales numbers that you've done, in my opinion, are quite impressive. So we'll go a little bit over that, but I'd like to more so get just your experience with your selling journey so far. So just before we get into it, from the last video, if none of you have seen, basically, Athar started selling, I think it was in 2020, you first started selling?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you in your first week of selling was on the Aussie market, and I think you did around 4,000. I don't know if it was in a week or the first month.
It was first month.
Yeah.
And I was selling resistance bands at that time. And when those kind of sales came through, I immediately shared the screenshot with you, if you remember.
Yes. Yes, I remember. I remember exactly what you said. You said you sent me the message and you said getting results within 4 hours.
Yeah.
As soon as it hit the warehouse, you were getting sales. And the funny thing was about that, I don't know if you know this, but I was selling a very similar resistance band set, but I was drop shipping it at the time in the Aussie market.
Okay.
So I didn't even know your product back then, but I think we just happened to be selling the same product back
Yes,
then.
of course.
You were selling it on Amazon, but I was selling a similar set. I was drop shipping it, so it was a good time to be selling it because it was in the midst of all the lockdowns and everything.
Absolutely right.
And just so some of the viewers have an idea of just for sales numbers, because I agree that the numbers don't necessarily matter all the time. You know, it's just there's a lot more that goes into it. But just so some people get an idea, what's your roundabout sales for your accounts combined each month for Amazon?
It's more
just
than
in say, it doesn't have to be revenue, but I mean, it doesn't have to be profit, but more so just
yeah.
revenue.
Yeah, it's more than $100,000 per month, Australian dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the sales are coming from UK. It's like 40. I've shared a screenshot. So that is the highest paying account to me. It's like 43,000 pounds per month. In UK, 43, 44, 45. Sometime it's like 30,000 pounds. So I am selling a high ticket product. The average price is 43 pounds. Our profit margin is just 29% before PPC, because it's a very complex market. You know what's happening in UK. Because of the IRS and things like that, taxes, and we are paying too much on taxes. 20% VAT for all the invoices which is coming into UK, and everything that is we are selling on, we are again paying some VAT. So it's really, just cutting all the profits. So 25 to 25% again. See, I used to be 100% owner of that account. I have sold almost 35% of that company. It's easy to
Yeah.
sell. When you are doing like consistent sales for 2 months, you can easily flip your product, your company on Empire Flippers. That is one of the website. You can sell them
Yeah.
for fairly good amount.
Yeah. And that's the thing as well, because you're actually building an asset. But I wanted to just, because let's just back that up, because for you this is your like everyday life now. This is what you're dealing with every day. But for someone who's brand new, if we just back up for a second, you're essentially saying, so you're doing 100,000 a month AUD. You've built a 7-figure per year Amazon business. Like overall with your accounts, 7 figures per year, and that, like I said, I don't want to get too attached to numbers, but I need people to understand that you were a complete beginner. Like a few years ago, you were a complete beginner. All you were doing was looking for what you can do to help yourself. You went from losing your job in the pandemic, then you were doing Uber, then you started branching out. You started trying to find ways to make money online. And that was when, around about the time, I'm not sure if you were doing anything else, but that was around about the time that you found Amazon selling. And you sort of expand out to 2 to 3 years time, and you've built this business. You built, like, to me that's just amazing. Like, someone that can go from complete beginner, and in 2 to 3 years they have a 7-figure Amazon business. Now obviously that's not profit, right? But you've got a business there that is consistently coming in and bringing in money each month, right? Each week, each month, you have an income. Now, not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone wants to do this full time. Not everyone wants to build an empire or build a 7-figure business. But what a lot of people want to do is they just want to have an extra 200 to 500 per week, right, in their pocket. And it's like you were saying, it's just to help them out, give them security. But I just want people to understand that you're not some online business expert. You didn't come into this knowing about different tactics, and you had all of these methods that you came into the space with. You were just someone who wanted to learn how to make some money online and how to help yourself and your family.
Absolutely right.
That's the thing.
Jack, I would have been reached much higher numbers, but in the start of 2022, I invested like $200 or $300,000 out of my pocket back in my country. Yeah, I have almost lost that money. It took a while to get that money back. I'm still after that person for that money, but see, things happen. See, if it's not like if you have the money to invest in Amazon, you can only do Amazon business. You can learn about the Amazon business ecosystem and sell your services. For product hunting, you can make a very good fortune per year if you are a product hunter. So every aspect of Amazon business, you can become one. We are working with one of $1 million company in US who have like $2.3 million sales per month. And myself, along with my team, we're handling only PPC of that company, and we are charging $3,500 per month for just handling the PPC, because they have like 100,000 SKUs and we have to manage all of them. It's a very daring task, and we are doing it. So that's where a consistent income is coming. That's where I can assure myself, okay, if that business is down, the other funnel is on. So
Exactly.
that's how I have improvised in the past like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I agree. You need multiple funnels, multiple streams of income, just to really help with having that security as well.
See, if you're not willing to take a risk, the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. So what I was getting paid, I was not very happy, and I don't want people to control my life. I want to control my own life. That was the real motto of changing my direction. See, it's not the case that overnight I have switched from 9 to 5 circle. It was very difficult. You know about the rockets, SpaceX, when they are flying, they are putting so much pressure. They are putting so much load out of the out of the rocket. They are propelling so fast to get out of the Earth circle, the gravity. That's what this cycle is all about. You have to work hard towards yourself. See, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune.
Yeah. I agree, because it takes a lot of effort, whether it's with anything. It's good to have that ideology, because it takes so much effort to get out of the current situation that you're in. And I like the idea of, just for me personally, I like the idea of self-education. But I mean, that's where I learned all of my, when I first started getting to online selling, that's where I sort of learned was self-education. But I like what you just said about the amount of force that it takes, because a lot of things aren't easy, and we'll delve a little bit into, what you've been able to accomplish so far on Amazon. And just before we do that, a lot of people think that seeing these numbers for you, it kind of just happened overnight, but you've been at this for, I think it's about 2 to 3 years now. And this is like month after month, you are constantly refining your process, the way you find products, the way you source them, your processes of how to structure the entire business, and that's what a lot of people don't see. It's like they see the numbers and then they think, okay, well, I'll start selling a product, and then after a few months, that's it. I'm gonna be able to sit back and relax. And a lot of people don't understand that Amazon, especially, is a business that it is semi-passive in a way, but you can't just launch it and let go and then that's it. It'll grow
No, it's not
itself.
like that. It's not. See, that's what I want people to understand. You have to invest in your own self. You have to invest in your personal development. What is personal development? Learn about the business. See, most of the people coming to me, they are saying that, okay, Qatar, can you find me a winning product? Yes, my team is there. I will find you a winning product based on my 4 years experience. That will reduce your failure rate from 100% to like 20%. Why 20% is still there? Because you are the person who is going to launch the product. For the launching and ranking, going to your sourcing stage, you will be finalizing your profit margins, calculating your profit margins, then how much you will be investing on PPC. If you don't know how to extract the keywords from Helium 10, how in the world you will be investing on the PPC? How you will know that what keywords our people on the first page are using to getting themselves ranked on the first page. There are
Yeah.
people, there are sellers who have like 2 or 3 reviews and they're on the first page organically. Why? How? So why? How? Need to answer. If you want to find the answer, you have to learn the complete process. So it's a legitimate business. It's not a scam. First of all, we need to understand.
Yeah.
I have worked on product hunting, then sourcing, listing creation. It's not see, most of the people are using chat gpt will help you in organizing your English skills into your listing. It will not help you in organizing the keywords in the back and front end. People don't understand. You need to understand that you have to create listing by your own self, by extracting
Yeah.
first of all the keywords and the words which are being searched on Amazon by the people. So when you are getting listing on amazon.com.au, you have to check corresponding keywords in .ca, in .co.uk, in Amazon USA to follow, because all the trends are coming from USA to UK and then Australia. That's
Yeah.
how the trends are prevailing. You know, Jack, how it's working. All right. So
Exactly.
creation of listing, then optimizing the listing, putting all the keywords in the back end, then launching your product, ranking your product, running the PPC campaigns. See, when it comes to PPC campaigns, I have written it somewhere. Previously, we had like just three categories: sponsored products, sponsored brands, sponsored display. Now it's sponsored TV.
Yeah.
You can put your ads on Alexa when you're using Alexa in USA. It's starting from there. I haven't missed even a single webinar of Amazon in last 4 years. Can you imagine? They are mostly happening. They are not following the Australian Eastern Daylight Time. They are following their
Yeah.
own time. So I have to get them in the morning at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that I just sorry. Please go on. You want to say?
I was just going to say, and that it's proving your own point of, you need to, the amount of work you need to put into it. You kind of have to, in a way, depends on how far you're willing to take it. If you want to take it to the point where you're at, where you're doing this as like a full-time gig, you need to really become obsessed with it. So you're up and you're doing the webinars, and you're involving yourself with all the information necessary, that you need to be a top seller and come out on top. It doesn't just, the information And a lot of people ask me about this, especially when it comes to things like Ecom Educate, like the Ecom Educate course, right? A lot of people come up to me and say, Jack, what's the success rate of your students? You know, how many people become successful? And basically now I've been doing it for 5.5 years now over, and I've had the experience now to basically the best answer I can give them is it depends on how much work they put into it. If they follow the steps properly and they put work into it, very high success rate. For people who just watch the content and don't do anything about it, of course they're not going to sell anything. You know, if they apply themselves to it, the information there works. If you've got a set structure on how to do something, it works. But you need to figure out the other bits and pieces along the way, and really to actually become successful with it yourself. It's more than just watching content. It's more than just watching, following a step-by-step guide. You got to put the work in, like you said. That's the only way that it's going to work out at all.
Absolutely, I agree. I will just show you and my audience. These are the diaries. These diaries are full of the notes from the webinars. Everything is there, and these diaries are in front of me always for the reference. See, the learning curve never ends until we die, until we are in the grave. See, if I'm 40 years old, see, almost 40 years old. In my experience of life, I would say that if you want to stand out of the crowd, you have to be different. If crowd is wearing yellow, wear red. Be different. So if you want to be different, see, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Most of the people they're asking, what's your routine? When I started my Amazon journey, Jack, when I started watching your course, I used to watch the course in the morning from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. The reason I was working from 9 to 5, then after that I was doing UberX, Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever. My friends, close friends, housemates, they were literally laughing at me that, hey, Athar, what are you doing this? They can't see my goals. They are not there to pay my bills. They are not there to feed my family. I'm there to feed my family. I'm there to fulfill my goals. Nobody can see your goals. All right. Until you are successful. When then they will see, I don't need to show my success. It's evident. There are signs. When you sit in my car,
Exactly.
you will always see my tank full. These are the signs, small signs. You will see that, yeah, okay. See, I'm not a millionaire until now, but I am making much money to support my family, and I can take a day off any day. So every day is a Sunday for me. Some people have so given up on their lives, Jack. They joined thank God, it's a Friday club. All right.
Yeah.
People deplore Mondays, celebrate hum days, and rush out to their favorite watering holes on Fridays, only to start the cycle again after a few days.
Yeah.
Hey, we are
Yeah.
back. Yeah, 2.5 days. We will celebrate. Why don't you
Yeah.
celebrate the rest of your life? Do something for your own
Exactly.
self. You will always you will see these people complaining. As far as I know about you, I don't think so. You have so many friends because we entrepreneurs, we only want to go with the OQP phenomena, only quality people in our life, no negativity.
Yeah.
I have very limited people in my life who are my friends, best friends. You are my mentor. You are younger than me, but that's okay. I've learned a lot from you. I used to poke you with messages every single day. Hey, Jack, how would I like to go? How to do it? How to do this? And you have guided me. So when you help people achieve their dreams, ultimately you will achieve yours.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that I just want to mention as well that I've just noticed as well, because it's been a while since we've spoken last. And the one thing I've noticed with you in particular is because you've been doing this for 2 to 3 years now, you've been doing it for a few years now. I've just noticed by just talking to you, the way that you present yourself is completely different. Like when I first spoke to you, it wasn't like it was too different, but what I mean is the way that you're presenting yourself, you're so much more confident in the way that you talk. And I think that's part of that is because you have proven to yourself that when you put your mind to a lot of things, you can make it work. Like you wanted to make this work. You wanted to make your online businesses work. And that to me, I know from my own experiences, when I put my own mind to something and I really do work hard at it, and I prove to myself that that it works, other people can see that, because I can sense from you when I talk to you that you're presenting yourself in such a bigger way, especially from when you first started to now. There's such a huge difference, and I think that's what a lot of people it's hard for them to understand unless they get there. When you achieve those things, and when you continue to break the barriers of what you want to do, your whole inner self, your whole personality completely changes. Like, I can't even explain, just the way that you present yourself now. It's crazy.
I can explain you in certain words. See, it's the word called maturity. I have reached a level of maturity well before most people do, because now, see, when you have the purchasing power of buying anything you want, I'm not talking about Lamborghinis or Porsches. I'm talking about whatever basic necessities of your life, whatever you want to buy. So yeah, I used to go to Kmart for the shopping. Now I'm going to Myers. Okay, that's the difference. I'm not looking at the tag prices or the sales. I'm just putting things in the bag which I need.
Yeah.
All right. So I have reached that kind of maturity where money doesn't matter for me. What matter is my legacy, what I will be living in this world, why people will be just naming me, and they will be know, okay, Athar was a good guy. He helped us in this. He helped in this. So I have reached to a pinnacle of a milestone where I think we need to help other people grow their lives. We need to help
And
them grow physically, mentally, because we are the people who are setting the path, and people are following those paths.
Yeah. And I feel like you've done that in quite a short period of time as well. You've grown a lot. Like, I do want to get into that, actually, by the way, because I know some people here will want to know a little bit about your sales, at least. So I remember when we last spoke, you were selling on the AU market and the UK market.
Yes, two market.
And yeah, and I think as of more recently, I don't know how long ago, but you're in the US market as well now. Is that
Yeah, I have shared the screenshots of my sales of USA. So we started in December 2022.
Yep.
Actually, launching was from 1st of January. So I have shared last 10, 12 months of sales with you that are like $68,000 of
So,
sales. Just one product.
And that was just one product. So in total, what has your progress been from, say, when you first started, your first month, you sold 4,000 in your first month. What is sort of like your average amount of sales each month as of now? Because it's about 2 to 3 years now.
Yes.
Or at least I'm not sure if you're selling as much in these markets as you were, but you've had some substantial growth. And I know that you do also have part ownership of some is it some accounts or some products?
Yeah, when it comes to USA, I was not willing to take the 100% risk. So I am a 49% owner of that account. The other guy, the other company, they hold LLC and things like that. I am not the owner. I'm a 49% partner. So I am handling all the accounts and everything. 49% partner being, so we are making like 35% profit. That is a take home profit after PPC, everything. I will share the PPC spending with you in the success page tonight. We have spent just 5,700 or 5,200 US dollars, and we have done the revenue total is like $68,000 until now, and we have spent less than 10%.
Yeah, that's huge return on spend.
Yeah, we haven't spent anything else. We are selling for $69.95. The total FBA is like $20, and the rest of the that's our profit after you deduct the PPC.
Yeah, that's huge.
Before going into the USA market, again, I have reached that level, the pinnacle of maturity, where I spent like 4 months on product, finalizing the product. Not, I have got the product like by the mid of 2022, but I took like 6 months to further furnish the product, make it stand out of the market, create a product which everybody is selling, but create a difference, solve a problem. I remember from your first video, Jack, you said, if you are able to find a product which is actually resolving someone or a group of people's issues, you will be the winner. That's still striking my mind. That's how I am working on my products. All right, we finalized the product, we sourced the product from China. It took us like 6 months to completely finalize the product. But here I am, I have just spent $5,000 on the PPC. This is 35% profit margin, $20 is the FBA fee, and you can calculate how much I am making. I'm not good at maths. I don't calculate how much I am making. I have enough money in my bank. I'm very happy. I just want to buy whenever I'm buying anything. I just need to tap my card and I'm buying things. It's not like I'm spending 100,000 a month. But see, this is what you need. This is
Yeah,
what
it's
you don't have
security.
to check your account balance all the time on your phone. That is it good to spend $250 in the calls? So I'm not a person who will be saying that the inflation is on rise and everything is just burning outside. Why don't
Yeah,
you invest in yourself? Just work more, earn more, so that these things doesn't matter. These things are not affecting me anymore. Simple. If the
exactly.
inflation is like 10-15%, I'm earning 100% more than what I used to earn. So what?
Yeah, it gives you security. I get a bit of an idea. I'm guessing we spoke about it on our last call, but I wanted to get an idea of just because what I'd say a lot of viewers want to know is what were some of your main struggles when first getting started with Amazon? Sort of what were your roadblocks? Was it product research, or was it dealing with listing on Amazon, shipments, things like that? What was sort of where did you get stuck, and how did you get past it?
So with the product hunting, I have mastered Helium 10 to some extent. With the product sourcing, uh, I did not have my office at that time. It's not a big office. It's just a one lady sitting in a small office, and she's working for me because she is fluent in Cantonese. I am not.
Yeah,
But at that time, sourcing was not a problem for me. I was working like 30 to 40 suppliers at a time, and I was searching for a supplier. The most challenging task was when you have a product, you source it, you list it the creation. Now, how to rank the product from 70th page, 100 page, or 5,000 page to the first page? That was a
yeah,
big task for me. So I have spent so much time on learning about PPC, pay per click, advertising. That's where I have spent most of time. That was the biggest hurdle, and still that's the biggest hurdle for most of the people who are starting, or either they have started selling on Amazon. Even after 3 or 4 months, they can't see their product on the sustainably. They can't see their product on the first page. People
yeah,
end up sending me. People are sending screenshots telling me, "Athar, is a feasible product for me?" And the product which they are sharing with me, they have like 18,000 reviews. Jack, we cannot compete with the products who have in the top 10 have like 18,000, 6,000, 7,000 reviews. So we
yeah,
have to bear in mind that if an e-com so-called expert on the YouTube, they are saying that that product is doing 100,000, 20,000, or 200,000 per month, and you can easily make this money. There is
yeah.
a lot of work they have done to reach that milestone of
Well,
200,000 per
that's the
month.
thing.
All
Yeah,
right. So if they have 18,000 reviews, they are selling 1,000 units per month. We have to sell 10,000, 1,050 units or 1,100 units to beat them and to be on the first page. That's the
yeah,
basic. It's not rocket science. So we
yeah,
need to hunt and find that product which has less reviews, less competition, and medium to high demand. That is the
yes,
basic task of a newbie. If you are intrigued by the sales revenue or the reviews, this will not help.
yeah, yeah.
We
I
need to
agree because
understand how much budget we need to start a product. When somebody is asking me, Athar, okay, I want to sell a product, I want to start selling on Amazon or in Australia, how much budget? I said, how much you can afford? I will find a product for you which will be within your budget, and we will arrange within your budget at least 3 months of stock. Because first month stock will be gone on getting reviews, arranging something like that, how we do it, ranking your
yeah,
product, giveaways and things like that. From the second and third inventory, you will start reaching your break even. From the fourth inventory, you will start making profits. So you
yeah,
have to, if you don't have a patience, this business is not for you.
yeah. And what a lot of people don't understand is that when they're building this, they're building something. If you put in the groundwork, like you said, first month is gone to giveaways, reviews, getting your listing set up, and then second, third, okay, you might break even and even turn a profit, right? You're building the infrastructure of something that's going to last you a very long time. You're
Absolutely.
building you're building the foundation of of something that is going to bring you consistent income. Like I was saying before, when you first started, you didn't just sell one product and then be done with it. You sold that product, then you added more products. You now you have part ownership of accounts as well, and you're just increasing your catalog, and it's just basically bringing you more and more stability. And that's what an Amazon business is. It's all cash flow, it's stability, and it just allows you to. That's what allows you when you get to that point. That's what allows you to be able to have that sort of semi-passive. I like to call it semi-passive, not fully passive, because I don't think it's fully passive, but the semi-passive income where you know that something's going to come in each month and you have profits. That's the goal, is to have that each month you know that you're getting profit.
Absolutely. So you have to write down your goals. If you want to pay off your mortgage per month, make it your goal. If you're paying like $2,000, $1,400 per month, make it your goal. Achieve that, then go opt for a bigger goal. That's how I have done. That's how I have reached. I have concluded my goals. That's how we do it. But I would say for the newcomers who are starting Amazon business, you should not have love for any product. Don't go into the gated categories like babies, oils, things like that. Most of the people are accidentally going into that products. You should have gone for the product or love for a product which is offering you more than 25% profit. That's it. Spend more time on product hunting, spend even more time on sourcing, because sourcing will define how much profit you will be taking back home. You don't want to end up as a penny pincher. We as an Aussie, in my first video, I've told that, and still there is a problem. We as an Aussie, we don't like to haggle. We need to haggle. We need to work around Chinese people. Yeah.
Yes.
We need to inspect our products before they are being thrown out of the ex-works or their factories and things like that. We have to get inspections done. It costs like $125, $130. I have a very good company in my contact from Alibaba. I don't have any interest. I will forward the details of that company, and you can get your product inspected from there. So you don't have any negative reviews when you are starting selling on Amazon. All right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's very important, because you're becoming a business owner. You need to act like a business owner. You need to basically be ruthless with it. You need to make sure that you get a product inspection. You need to make sure that things line up into your best interests, because no one else is going to look out for that for you. That's why you do need to haggle. And yeah, I completely agree with you as well. A better question would be, what would you say to your, if you were first getting started with Amazon, what advice would you give to yourself if with what you know today? What's the best piece of advice that you give to yourself as a beginner, or anyone as a beginner for that?
See, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Leave the fear aside. Take a step. You cannot leave your job immediately or whatever you are doing. If you want to live your dreams, start working from today. Start learning. You have to get through learning. It's a legitimate business. Either you're doing digital media, you want to do Shopify, you want to opt for Amazon, learn the process. It will take some time, but this will help you. Otherwise, what will happen? You will start the business, and then you will end up meeting those people who will take advantage of your situation, and they will just get the money out of your pocket for all the reasons which you don't know. So I have a very small team of just 6 people with me. All right. I can catch them at any phase if they are doing something wrong, because I know the entire ecosystem of the business. If I don't know the business, how can I control them or make them do the tasks which I want? So I just want to ask my audience to please learn, go through the process. I am available in Adelaide. If somebody wants to meet me, I will delegate my time of 30 minutes to anybody who wants to meet me face to face in Adelaide. I'm always there. We will have a cup of tea, we'll have a cup of coffee, and we can discuss your problems in Amazon free of cost. No worries. If anybody wants to jump on a Zoom for a one-to-one session, 15 minutes, no problem. I can delegate. If somebody is asking me questions through direct messages, I'm always there. Right. So procrastination, it's a thief of the time. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You want to do something today, do it now. Don't delegate that task for tomorrow. and you will be successful. That's how I have reached the success which I am at. All right. There are many people below me. There are very less people above me. So I have to look down upon the people, that how many people are living the life which I used to live. All right. And that's the advice I would say. Yes. People should understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think one thing that I personally learned as well, to add on to that, to add on to your point, is you need to get involved with people who have the knowledge. You know, there's no point in trying to learn from people who haven't done it before. And I think the best way to fast track your learning, like you said, you need to learn. So the best way to fast track your learning is to get involved with either people who are doing it alongside you, or better yet, people who have already done it and gone through a lot of the roadblocks that you will most likely experience, so that when you do hit those roadblocks, you can go to those people, you can ask them questions, you know, you can get answers that actually make sense, that will actually help you. You know, if you get involved with people who are doing it, then your learning curve will basically be flattened. It's going to make it so much easier. That I've had mentors in the past as well. I've enrolled in courses and I've done trainings and things like that. That's one of the best ways, in my opinion, that I've learned anything, whatever it may be, whatever topic it may be. I just learn from people who have done it before, and it just makes the whole process easier.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And don't share your goals, guys, with the people who can't see it, who can't help you reach your goals. Learn, as our great the motivational speaker Les Brown. I am listening always Les Brown, Jim Rohn. They're saying that you should have only quality people in your life, because you are the average of 5 persons you meet on daily basis. So if you are meeting 5 failures on a daily basis, you will end up as a failure. You can't learn anything from them.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. I've experienced that in my past before, so I definitely agree with you there. You need to hang out with people who are successful, and even better, who are doing a lot more than you are. So I 100% agree with that.